I'm ready when you are. Is everybody ready? You ready? Okay. Okay, good afternoon ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Tide Barn Room here at the Hard Rock, and for our 21st of April auction. 1 second, that's what I was waiting for. Today's auction is conducted in line with the common auction conditions given to us by the RICS. We have, as you can see, a number of bidders in the room, or potential bidders in the room, I would hope, this afternoon. We have quite a nice little auction of 78 lots, so it'll take a little while for us to get through. We've also got something in the region of about that same number of bidders registered on the internet as at this afternoon. So I will be taking bids off the Easy Live system from the monitor that you can see to my left-hand side. As well as I think Michael has got 1 or 2 telephone bids for later, and possibly Kota has also got 1 or 2 telephone bids for later on in the sale. So without further ado, I'd like to just make sure you're all aware of the terms and conditions, and the terms and conditions are very simple. They are this: if that happens, you bought it. Not next Tuesday, not next Friday, not after you've finished negotiating, not whether you slept tomorrow night or not. When this happens, that's it. It's all over. It's a fait accompli. So they are a binding contract at the fall of the hammer. Unconditional binding contract unless I tell you otherwise. What I can tell you is there are no lots in this afternoon's auction that are conditional. So they're all unconditional lots, which means they're sold at the fall of the hammer, should they reach the reserve price, of course. If you are the successful bidder this afternoon, you'll be asked for a 10% deposit of your purchase price, together with the payment of our buyer's premium and contract documentation charge. The buyer's premium is detailed at the bottom of each and every page of the catalogue, together with the lot, and the contract documentation charge is £1,000 plus VAT. Equally, those amounts are just like the contract, they're part of the contract, and they are due at the fall of the hammer. Not negotiable, unfortunately. So, having taken all of that into consideration, for the last 20 years I've given the same advice, I'll do it again today. If you're not sure, do not bid. If you bid me, I'll be assuming that you know exactly what you're doing, and you're happy with the terms and conditions, and you're happy that you have read the legal pack. If you're not sure, don't bid, approach us afterwards, and we will do everything we can to try and create a deal for you. We are going in catalogue order. There's a few withdrawn properties this afternoon, and I think there's 3 or 4, possibly 5 sold priors. And I will of course draw your attention to those as and when you need them. As you're aware, there's plenty of members of the auction team around this afternoon, so if you need any help, please approach the registration desk by the doors there, or one of the members of the team, and they'll do everything they can to help you. Bridget's just asked me to make you aware that on the internet there is a 4 to 5 second lag because we're down in the basement. So if I weirdly, when I've got good genuine bids on the internet, begin to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's because I'm deliberately indicating to the net that I'm giving them the sufficient time to make another bid. Okay, so that'll be the way it goes, and now we'll get on. Lot number 1 is the access roads to the rear of 35 to 45 Fountain Road, Rendlesham, Woodbridge in Suffolk, IP12 2UF, as pictured. That's the concrete access roads between the houses. Lot number 1, with an original guide price of £6,000. Very, very pretty modern village between Ipswich and Norwich. With a guide of 6, where do you want me to get going? 6 or 5,000?
6 is bid.
6,000 is already bid on the net. 6,000 bid. At £6,000 and bid for it at 6,000. 6,000 for lot number 1 then at £6,000. At £6,000. My bid's on the net at 6,000. At 6,000 bid. At £6,000 only bid. The guide price then at 6,000. At 6,000 bid for the access roads, Fountain Road, at £6,000. At £6,000 I bid for it then at 6,000. At 6,000 only bid. First time then the net at 6,000. Second time on the net at 6,000. The third and final time at £6,000 I sell away. Make sure. Thank you. 6,000. Buyer number
3023.
3023. Thank you. We move to lot number 2. Commercial lot this time. Earls Lane Shopping Centre, Carlisle, Cumbria. CA38DG. Unit 4 is a single unit, currently let to Well Done Solutions and Mobility. Just to the right hand side of the picture as you look, and currently achieving £14,000 per annum rental income, with no rent arrears. I believe we've just been dealing with it today, getting the end of March rents in, so no rent arrears. 14,000 rent on it. What do you want to be for it? 150 or 40? 140,000. 120. Well, 100 is bid. 100,000 bid for it then at 100. At 100,000 bid. At 100,000 only bid for it then at 100. At 100,000 bid. At 100,000 bid. At 100. At 100,000 is bid for it then at 100. 101. 101. 2. 102. 102. 102. My bid's in the room at 102,000. At 102,000.
Stop, don't catch up.
Yeah. Sort yourself out. That says 20. 110,000. 110,000 bid. 110,000 on the net. At 110,000 bid for it then at 110,000. At 110. 12. 112. 112,000. 112,000. In the room then at 112,000. 14. 114,000. 114,000. 60. 116. 116,000 bid. At 116,000 bid. My bid's in the room at 116,000. At 116,000 only bid then at 116,000. 80. 180. Fresh blood at 118,000. 20. 120. 120 bid. At 120 bid. At 120 bid for it then at 120,000. At 120. For lot number 2 at 120,000. Unit 4, Earls Lane Shopping Centre. 120,000. At 120,000 bid. First time then at 120. Second time at 120,000. Third and final time at 120,000 bid. Ladies and gentlemen, not quite there, I'm sorry. We move on then to lot number 3, which is this afternoon offered only subject to vendor's approval post auction. So the apartment 1B Vant Road, Tooting, London, SW17 8TH. Is it withdrawn or have you got it live? It's withdrawn. Okay, it's been withdrawn. Apologies. Move on then to lot number 4. The plots A317 to A321 Hadlow Road, Tunbridge, Kent. TN10 4LP. Plots to the rear of Hadlow Road here, Tanyard Farm, subject to a variety of potential uses, and close to the amenities, close to the latest extension to the housing estate. The 200 square metre plots we're selling, with a guide price of £2,000 per plot to begin with. 5 potential plots in the lot. Take 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 to suit yourself. 2,000 to get on.
1,000 is bid.
1,000 bid. 1,000 is bid on the net at 1,000. At 1,000 bid for it then at 1,000 per plot. 1,000 bid. £1,000 bid for it then at 1,000. At 1,000 bid. 1,200. 1,200 bid. 1,200 bid in the room at 1,200. £1,200 bid for it then at 13. 14. 15. 1,500 on the net at 1,500. 1,500 bid. At 1,500 bid. 16. 17. Try again. 50. 1,750. 1,750 bid. 1,700. 1,800. 1,800 bid. 1,800 bid for it then at 1,800. On the net at 1,800. At 1,800 per plot. At 1,800 bid. At £1,800 bid for it then at 1,800. My bid's on the net. Live bidding at 1,800. At £1,800 bid for it then at 1,800. First time then at 1,800. Second time at 1,800. Hammers up. This one's real. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All done. Thank you. We move on then to lot number 5, which is printed in the catalogue as 17 plots, but in fact I think 9 plots were sold yesterday. So there's 8 plots remaining in the lot. So there's an adjustment to your latest addendum. Lot 5 should read 8 plots at Beach Farm Road. Advertised with a guide of £2,000 to £3,000, which remains intact. Very, very popular plots, very popular area. 2,000, they made more yesterday. 2,000 a piece. 2,000 a piece to get on. 1,500 bid then. £1,500 bid for it then. 1,500. 1,500 bid. 1,500. 1,700. 1,700 bid. 1,700 bid. 1,700 bid for it then. 1,700. 18. 1,800. 1,800 bid. 1,800 bid for it then at 1,800. At 1,800 bid. At 1,800 only bid for it then at 1,800. Per plot at 1,800. At 1,800. 19. 1,900. 1,900. 1,900. At the back of the room at £1,900. At £1,900 a plot bid for it then at 1,900. 2,000. 2,000 bid. 2,000 bid for it then at 2,000. 2,000. 2,000. 2,100, 2,100 to my right at 2,100 bid. At 2,100 per plot I am bid for that at 2,100. At 2,100 bid. At 2,100 bid for that at 2,100. At 2,100 only bid in the room at 2,100. At 2,100 only bid for that at 2,100. First time then at 21. Second time at 2,100. Third and final time at £2,100. All sure, all done. 21. We'll keep those for another day. They were worth a lot more yesterday. So we will move on to a different kettle of fish altogether. The development land with planning consent at Ridgegrove Hill, Launceston in Cornwall, PL 15 8BT, with an original guide price of £120,000. As you can see, fully up to date granted planning consent for the indicative CAD that you can see in the picture there, the 2 double units. £65,000 a piece, it looks cheap to me. £120,000 guide, 100 where, 100,000, 110 is bid on the net, they're before me at 110,000. At 110,000 bid for that, 110,000. For the development site at Launceston at 110,000. 15, 115, at 115,000. In the room at 115, 20. 120,000. On the net then at 120,000. At 120. At 120,000. 25. 125,000. At 125,000 bid for it then at 125. At 125 at 125,000. at 125 at 125,000, at 125, at 125,000 only bid for then 125,000, at 125, for the development site at Langford at 125,000. You all sure? Current planning consent, 3 years to think about it. Nearly 3 years anyway. At 125,000 only bid. At 125,000 only bid for then first time then at 125. Second time at 125. Third and final time at 125,000. That one's not for today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. Lot 8, the Manchester Apartments has been postponed. I've jumped forward there, I do apologise. Lot 7, because they look exactly the same on the addendum, that's why. There's a reason why they look exactly the same, and that's because it's another development opportunity. This time, 14 McDowell Street, Johnston PA5, up in Scotland, relatively close to Glasgow. Somebody's busy. So there we have this time, planning consent is due to be approved on the 10th of May. So just to be clear in respect of the description in the catalogue, the planning consent is not in fact live today, but we have every reason to believe from indication given by the local authority planners that planning consent has been recommended for approval, and that will start post the planners meeting on the 10th of May. Total GDV on this site is about 1.4 million. So really good GDV. Being asked less than 10% for it, can't be worth a deal less than that surely. Put me in again, let's try again at 100,000. 100,000. Where are you? 100,000 bid if you like. 100? 100 is bid. 100,000 bid for that, 100. At 100,000 bid. At 100,000 only bid for that, 100. At 100. At 100,000. And 5. 105. 105,000. 105,000. 105,000 bid. 105,000 bid for that, 105,000. And 10. 110. 110,000. 110,000 bid. At 110,000 only bid for that, 110,000. At 110. At 110,000. 15. 115,000. 115,000. 115,000 bid. At 115,000 bid. 20 may I? 20. 120. 120,000. 120,000 bid. 120,000 bid for that, 120. At 120,000 bid. At 120,000 bid for that, 120. At 120,000. At 120,000. First time then at 120. Second time at 120. Third and final time at 120,000. With my proxy, thank you. 120,000. Lot 8 is, as I said, the Manchester Apartments I was speaking of, which are slightly delayed, but they will be with us shortly. Which brings us on to Lot 9, the plots C53, Bolventer Launceston, site of outstanding natural beauty, amazing area, right close to the Jamaica Inn, and all the fame and fortune in days gone by the area has brought with it. Rare opportunity to own and enjoy such a wonderful site. These plots are significantly bigger, just under 5,000 square metres, so well over an acre per plot, 1.2 acres. Subject, of course, to measurement survey. A variety of potential uses subject to obtaining the necessary planning consents. A lot of prior option interest in plot C53. You said 2.5. I'm going to say 2,000 and be awkward. 2,000 where? 2,000 bid. 2,000 is bid for there at 2,000. 21. 2,100. 2,100 in the room at 2,100. Front row at 2,100 bid. At 2,100 only bid for there at 21. At 2,100. At 2,100 bid. At 2,100 bid. At 2,100 only bid for there at 2,100. In the room at 2,100. Now bids in the room at 2,100, make no mistake, at 21. At 2,100. At 2,100. I shan't take you twice, I've got to wait to see what happens. At 2,100. At 2,100 bid. At 2,100 bid. At 2,100 only bid for there at 2,100. Well, I can't wait forever. At 2,100 bid. At 2,100 only bid for there at 2,100. Front row at 2,100. First time at 2,100. Second time at 2,100. It's not very often you buy something with just one bid. Third and final time at 2,100. Well done, thank you very much. Lot number 10 has been withdrawn. I think the vendors thought so much of it after I described it that they thought they'd keep it after all anyway. So that moves us on to lot number 11, back to Earls Lane Shopping Centre in Carlisle again. This time units 5 and 5A. The adjoining units, long lease hold, virtual freehold, brand new lease upon completion of 95 years. We will manage and look after the communal parts for you under our NALC property management business. Potential income here of £10,000 per annum. What would you like to be for it? 10%, 100,000. 100,000 for units 5 and 5A. Currently vacant but previously let to National Express Bus Company. Plenty of potential income there. 100,000 where? 100 bid, at 100,000 bid for it at 100, 100 is bid for it at 100, 100 bid, 100 bid and 5, at 105 bid 10, at 110 bid, at 110 only bid for it at 110,000, at 110,000, 15, 115,000, at 115,000 may I? He says no. At 115,000 bid, at 115,000 only bid for that at 115,000. At 115,000 bid. At 115,000 only bid for that at 115,000 you come in. At 115,000. At 115,000 bid. First time then at 115. Second time at 115. Third and final time at 115,000. All short, all done. That one's withdrawn, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. So we go back into the residential lots, London lots, Harrington Court, flat 13, Altyre Road, Croydon, CRO 5LE, with a guide price of 250,000 plus the buyer's premium, of course. 471 square foot of internal floor space here, good EPC rating, investment flat. Potential for achieving £1,500 a calendar month. What do you want to be for it? 200 to get on. It's a London lot, it's bound to make it. 200. Yes or no? Somebody will. 200 is bid, I thought so. 200 bid. 200 bid for that. 200. 200 bid. At 200,000 bid for that. 200 bid. At 200. At 200 bid and 5, 205 with Michael at 205, 10, 210 on the net, 210, 210, try your man again, 15, 215, 220, 220 bid, at 220 bid, at 220,000 bid for that, 220, at 220, at 220, at 220, try again at 220 bid, at 225, 225,
30,
230, 230, 230 bid, may I? 230 bid. At 230,000 bid for that, 230,000, yes or no? at 230,000, at 230,000 bid, at 230,000 bid for that, 230, and 1, 231, 231, 231,000, and 231,000 bid, and 231,000 bid for Harrington Court, flat 13, at 231,000, at 231,000 bid for that, 231, at 231. First time of asking, then I shan't dwell, at 231. Second time, at 231. Third and final time at 231. Not today. Come and talk to us about that one tomorrow. Cheap little flat. So we move on to the land at Longreach, Ockham, I believe, lot 13. That's right, isn't it? Yeah. Plots A106 to A109, as pictured on Jordan's aerial shot here. Longreach, Ockham, GU23 6PG. Very, very popular over these last 2 or 3 weeks. The 212 square metres plots, subject to a variety of amenity uses and hoped value for planning consent for the future. Garden centre right opposite, close to the village, super spot. Put me in at 2,000 a plot where the guide is. 2,000 or 1,500 to get on. 1,500 on the net is bid at 1,500. 1,500. 1,500 per plot is bid at £1,500. At 1,500 bid for that, 1,500. 1,500. 1,600. 1,600. 1,700 on the net. 1,700. 1,800. 1,800 bid. 1,800 bid for that at 1,800. At 1,800 in the room then at £1,800. 1,900. 1,900 bid. At £1,900 bid for that. 1,900. At 1,900. 2,000. 2,000 bid. 2,000 bid for that. 2,000. At 2,000 bid. 2,000 bid for that. 2,000 bid for that. 2,000. At 2,000 bid. At 2,000 only bid for that. 2,000. First time then at 2,000. Second time at 2,000. Bit of hovering going on, I think. Third and final time at 2,000 per plot for A106 to A109 Longreach, as identified on the plan in the catalogue. £2,000, not quite there. Haven't quite reached the reserve. We move on then to lot 14. Long-term hope value, slightly hidden in the picture, the substation C at Cheshunt Close, Rendlesham, Woodbridge again. So same area, different lot altogether. I'm sure soon to be obsolete little substation there, which undoubtedly will be converted into a bungalow or a house in between, eventually in the coming years, subject to obtaining the necessary planning consent. Currently let to Eastern Electricity plc for 99 years from 1991. Can't see why they'd have much use for it in the next 2 or 3 years myself. With a guide of £6,000. Where would you like to be for it? 6 or 5? 4,000, it's speculation, you have to speculate to accumulate. 4,000. 3.
4.
4 is bid. £4,000 is bid for that at 4,000. At 4,000 bid on the net. At 4,000 bid for that at 4,000. At 4,000. Take 500 you like at £4,000 bid. At £4,000 bid for that at 4,000. 500. 4,5. 4,5. 4,500 bid. 5,000. 5,000 bid. 5,000 bid for that. 5,000 bid for that. 5,000. At 5,000. 51's with me. 5,100 bid. 5,100 bid for that. 5,100. 5,100 bid. 5,100 bid for that. 5,100. At 51. At 5,100 bid for that. 5,100. At 5,100 bid. 5,100 only bid for that. 5,100 bid. At 5,100. 5,100 bid. With me at 5,100 bid. At 5,100 bid for that. 5,100. At 51, you've all gone quiet at 5,100. At 5,100 bid for that. 5,100. 5100 only bid. First time then at 5100. Second time at 5100. Third and final time at 51. I can't do that. Come and talk to us afterwards, ladies and gentlemen. Lot 15, Lot Lomond, has been sold prior, I'm pleased to say. Thank you very much to the buyers. As has Lot 16, Faith Farm, sold in a private deal. Lot 17
Sold prior.
is also sold prior. I knew I'd missed one out when I was reviewing the book, but somebody's filled it in. Which takes us over into Europe. Brexit or no Brexit, Partygate or no Partygate, we can still be in Europe if we wish to. Lot number 18, Villa Fardella. Excuse my Spanish pronunciation. The guide price is intended to be in pounds sterling, and it is for the Spanish freehold of the property. As you can see, extensive property, newly renovated, apparently, according to the description, in country chic style. I'll leave up to your vivid imaginations what country chic style means or does not mean. So, there we are, close to Valencia and the famous community. 300,000 is bid. The internet are very quick on this one. I think there's one or two Indian bidders that were inquiring with us yesterday. 300,000 is bid. 300,000 on the net for the Spanish villa of your dreams. 300,000 bid. 300,000 bid for the 300. At 300. At 300. At 300. I'm 305,000. 305,000 bid.
10.
310. 310,000. 310,000. 15. 315,000. 20. 320,000. 320,000 bid. 320,000 bid. 320,000 bid for the 320. On the net at 320,000. At 320,000 bid for the 320. At 320,000. At 320,000 Great British pounds, subject to the common option conditions at 320,000. At 320,000, 5. 325. 325,000. 30. 330. 330,000. 330,000 bid for the 330,000. At 330. At 330,000. At 330,000 bid for the 330. At 330,000. My bid's on the net at 330,000. At 330,000 for the first time then. Well, Spain's a long way away, India's even further, so few seconds. 330,000. First time then at 330. Make no mistake, my bid's on the net. Second time at 330. Third and final time at 330,000. You all sure? And all done? Thank you. 330.
5 second internet delay.
Okay. So, now into the real investment properties. For me, in my old-fashioned way, this is where the auction starts. Lot number 19, 727 Manchester Road, Linth, Huddersfield. The investment property. It is described as leasehold, but it's actually a virtual freehold, about 999 years, which only started about 30 years ago. So unless we're all going to live for 1,000 years, it is a freehold. 2-bedroom investment property. What do you want to be for it? Low guide. Internal condition looks slightly better than the external condition. A little bit of work to do with this one. 40,000 is the guide. 40,000 or 35 to get on. Tom says ask 35, so we're asking 35. 35,000 bid. Where are you? 35,000 is bid for the 35,000. 35,000 bid. At 35,000 only bid for the 35. 35. 35. 40. 40,000. 40,000 bid, 40,000 bid, 727 Manchester Road, Linthwaite, 40,000. 40,000 bid for the 40,000. And 45, 45,000, 45,000 bid, 45,000 bid for the 45. I'm just checking my list, ladies and gentlemen. At 45,000 bid. At 45,000 only bid for the 45,000. At 45,000 bid. 50, 50 bid. 50,000 bid for the 50,000. 50,000 bid. 50,000 bid. 50,000 bid. 50,000 bid. One may I? At 50,000 bid for the 50,000. Same to you. 51. 51,000. 52. 53. 54. 55. 56. 57. 58. 59. 59,000. 59,000 bid. At 59,000 only bid for that. 59,000. At 59,000 only bid. At 59,000 only bid for that. 59,000. In the room at 59,000 bid. First time then at 59,000. Second time at 59,000. Third and final time at £59,000. All sure, all done. Ladies and gentlemen, on vendor's instructions, I can't quite do that one. I'm really sorry. We're very, very nearly there. I'll just turn over the page in some form, although I'm not quite sure which page to turn over. Plot A246 to A247, back at Ockham. Lot number 20. Longreach Ockham, GU 236PG, with a guide price of £3,000 per plot. As previously described, ladies and gentlemen, subject of course to buyer's premium, the 212 square metre plots. Variety of amenity uses subject to obtaining the necessary planning consents. Put me in 2,000, 2,000, 1,800 then he says, 1,800 on the net. 15, well 1,000 is bid, one bid, 1,000 bid for the £1,000 a plot at one, at £1,000 bid, at £1,000 bid for the 1,000, at 1,000. Super little investment, just sit on it, do nothing, piggy bank, £1,000 bid, at £1,000 a plot at bid for the 1,000. 1,500, 1,500 bid, £1,500 bid for the 1,500, per plot at 1,500, 1,500 bid, 2,000, 2,000 bid. £2,000 bid for the £2,000 at 2,000 bid, at 2,000 only bid for the 2,000, at 2,000 bid, at 2,000 only bid for the 2,000, at 2,000 bid, at 2,000 only bid for the 2,000 bid at 2, at 2,000 bid. You all done and all sure? At 2,000. There's some pointing and gesturing going on over there. At £2,000 bid, at £2,000 bid for the £2,000, at £2,000 bid. All done, all sure this time, at £2,000. Not quite, ladies and gentlemen. Come and talk to us afterwards on those. Lot 21, Stand House, popular lot in the in Newark office, this one. Stand House, 3 Morley Place, Doncaster. Only being reoffered as the previous purchasers could not manage to complete. With a guide price of £90,000, believed on instructions from the vendor to be currently vacant. We'll know what we made of it the last time, so the £90,000 guide is very, very favourable to that final figure. Ought to be around the 120 mark really. Stand House, 3 Morley Place, 90,000 to get on, subject to vendor's approval. This one. 90,000 bid, I'm not going to start any less, 90,000 bid, 90,000 bid for the 90,000, 90,000 bid, cracking little investment, up to £750 a month, 90,000 bid, 90,000 bid for Doncaster, 90,000, 90,000 bid for the 90,000, at 90 bid, at 90 bid, at 90 bid, 95, 95,000, 95,000, 100, 100,000, 100 to my right at 100,000 bid, At 100,000 bid for the 100,000. At 100,000 bid for the 100. At 100,000 bid and 5. 105. 105,000. 105,000. 10 may I? 6. 106,000. 106,000. 7. 107. 107,000. You're thinking 107,000. At 107,000 bid. At 107,000 bid. 8. 108,000. Subject to vendor's approval at 108,000. At 108,000 bid. 9. 109,000. 109,000 bid. 10. 110,000. 110,000 bid. Can do 750 a month, no problem. At 110,000. At 110,000 bid. At 110,000 only bid for 110,000. First time then at 110. Second time for Sandhouse at 110,000. And the third and final time for Sandhouse at £110,000. Ladies and gentlemen, not today. It's made 1, 2, 3 twice before, so I'm sure it'll make it again. Lot number 22 takes us back under the Scottish Articles of Route and the former Carlton Bingo Hall, College Street, Dumbarton, G82 1NJ, heritable trust status, same as freehold in Scotland for those that are not quite aware. Currently undergoing a refurb, a neutral refurbishment to make available for new tenants with an expected future rent of somewhere in the region of £40,000 per annum and a guide of 325. 320 or 300 to get on for this one. Carlton Bingo Hall, 300. 280 then where? 280. Anybody on the net? Well, 250,000 in the room then, otherwise I shall withdraw it and move on, ladies and gentlemen. 250. 250 for a low start.
250 is bid.
250 is bid. 250 bid. 250,000 bid for 250. 250 bid. 250,000 bid. 250,000 bid. It's my job to move you. 255. 255,000. 255,000 bid. 255,000 bid for 255. 255. 255,000. 255,000 bid for 255. 255 bid. 255,000 bid for 255,000. 255. 255,000. That's strange. One bid. 255,000 bid. 255,000 bid. Just wanted to pinch it if they could. 255,000. Not today. I shan't mess about. Not today. Aha, now then. Lots of interest in these last night. Lot 23, WO2 Longreach Ockham, Woking. GU23. This time we're realistically looking at the top right hand side of the main picture as you can see it. Plots on the edge of the wooded area at Longreach in Ockham. Secure hard roadway provides access to the site. Significant sporting interest here. Potential amenity value. With a guide of 4,000 a plot. 4 or 3 to get on. 2.5 is already bid. They're before me. 2,500. 2,500 is bid for that. 2,500 for W2 for plot W02 at 2,500. At 2,500. 26. 2,600. 2,600 bid. 27. 2,700 bid. At 2,700 only bid for that. 2,700. 28. 2,800. 2,800 bid. 2,800 only bid for that. 2,800 bid. At 2,800 bid for plot W02 at 2,800. At 2,800 bid. 2,800 only bid for that. 2,800. They're louder than me. 2,800 bid. 2,800 bid for that. 2,800. Try again at 2,800. 9. 2,900. 2,900. 2,900 bid for WO2 at 2,900. At 2,900 bid. At 2,900 bid. At 2,900 only bid for that. At 2,900.
50.
2,950. 2,950. 2,950 bid. At 2,950 bid for that. 2,950 on the net. At 2,950. At 2,950 bid on the net. At 2,950. First time then, my screen's gone off. 2,950, I can't see. 2,950 bid. Little time for some adjustment. 2,950 bid. At 2,950 bid for that. 2,950 bid. My bid is on the net, even though I can't see it. At 2,950 bid. We're getting back or not? Can't remember the password. 2,950 bid. My bid's on the net. I shan't dwell. First time then at 2,950. Second time at 2,950. Third and final time at 2,950. All short, all done. Thank you.
3025.
3025. Online bidder. We move to lot 24, the little parcel of land to the east side of Shidfield Road, Reading, Berkshire, with a guide price of £10,000. It is, as is identified with the red site boundary, the land to the rear of the gardens there. Nice little parcel of land. Will come in useful to somebody one day, or maybe even possibly act as a ransom strip when somebody suddenly decides they want to do something with their garden. Variety of potential investments here with a £10,000 guide. Can't go much less than 10, 10, 9, 8, 5,000 bid, £5,000 bid for that, 5,000, 5,000 bid for that, 5,000 bid, 5,000, I still can't see it, it's like underneath me. 9,000 on the net, 9,000 bid, at 9,000 bid for that, 9,000 bid at 9,000, 9,000, 9,000 bid, now I can see it better. 9,000 bid for that, 9,000, at 9,000 bid, on the net at 9,000, 9,000, my bid's on the net at 9,000 bid, at 9,000 only bid for that, 9,000, at 9,000 bid, at 9,000 only bid for that, 9,000, everybody staying quiet at £9,000, make no mistake it's going to sell at £9,000, at 9,000 only bid for that, 9,000, first time then, at £9,000 on the net, second time at 9,000, third and final time at £9,000, all short, all done. Thank you. We move on to lot 25, back to the land to the rear of Hadlow Road, Panyard Farm. Once again, as identified on the plan within the catalogue, in red, the individual plots of 201 square metres, amenity value getting closer and closer to the housing development, as you can see on the plan. Hope value for the future, originally guided at £3,000 per plot. Today we're about the same, 3,000 or 2,000 to get on, 2,000, 1,500 bid, £1,500 bid for that, 1,500, 1,500 bid, £1,500 per plot I am bid at 1,500, make no mistake at £1,500, 16, 17, 18, 19, 1,900, 1,900 bid for that, 1,900 bid at 1,900, 1,900 bid at 1,900 bid for that, 1,900 per plot at 1,900, at £1,900 bid for that, 1,900, 2,000 may I at 1,900, my bid's to the right at 1,900 bid, at £1,900 bid for that, 1,900, first time then at 1,900 per plot, second time at 1,900, third and final time at 1,900 for the land to the rear of Panyard Farm. All short, all done. Not quite, ladies and gentlemen. give us a call on that one later. So we go back, last one in this section of my booklet, but a cracking good lot it is. Flat 14, Kentwell Close, Turnham Road, London, SE4 2QN. Once again, 1 or 2 inquiries about this yesterday. With a guide price of $250,000, the 1-bed flat in Lewisham. Currently achieves £1,200 per month. With service charges only at £80. 107 years remaining on the lease, I believe. Subject to information provided. Looks cheap off the guide to me. 250, 220, 200 to get on, 230 is bid. 230 bid for that, 230, 230 bid, 230 bid. 5 with Michael, 235.
40.
40 on the net. 5.
50.
50 on the net. 250,000 bid for that on the net at 250,000. For flat 14 Kentwell Close at 250. At 250,000 bid. At 250,000 bid for that at 250. At 250. At 250 bid. My bid's on the net at 250 bid. At 250,000 bid for that at 250. At 250,000. And 2. And 252. And 252. Just give time for the internet to catch up at 252,000. At 252,000 bid. At 252, he says at 252. At 252. At 252,000 bid. At 252,000 early bid. With Michael's original man at 252,000. At 252,000 bid. First time then at 252. Second time at 252. Third and final time for flat 14 Kentwell Close at 252,000. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll withdraw that one, I'm sorry. Just bear with me for 1 second while I organise my books and change over. I didn't realise that was going to take me half an hour. So we move to lot 26, 27 even. Lot 27 is 46 Weaver's Brook. Little Halifax investment lot. Virtual freehold, originally guided at £35,000. Constructed in 1975. 1-bed apartment. But freehold, as you can see, judging from the style of the building. In the beautiful Calderdale region of West Yorkshire. What do you want to be for it?
34.
Guide's too low, 35,000 I'm in, so I can't ask you. I've got a bid, 35,000 bid. 6, 7, 8, 9, 39,000 bid for that, 39,000, make no mistake at 39,000 bid. At 39,000 only bid for that, 39,000. At 39,000 bid. 40, 40,000, 40,000 bid. My bid's to the right, 40,000. At 40,000 bid, make no mistake, it's going to sell. At 40,000 bid. At 40,000 bid for that, 40,000. At 40,000 only bid for that, 40,000. For 46 Weaver's Brook, Cumberland Close at 40,000. At 40,000 bid for that, 40,000. At 40 is bid. 1, 2, 42,000. At 42,000 bid. At 42,000 bid. If it's to the right at 42,000 bid, they're going to sell it at 42,000. At 42,000 bid. At 42,000, only bid for then at 42,000, the hammer's up. You all sure and all done. Are you finished on the net? At 42,000. S1, 42,000. Thank you. We move back to the wooded area plots. W04, W05, W06 and W37. Land at long reach. Aerial shot identifies exactly where the plots are for you. Right on the front edge of the wood there. Guided at £3,000 per plot. Plot 29. 3,000 to get on. 3,000, 2.5. 2,000 you like. Giving the internet a chance to catch up. £2,000 where? Well, 1,500 bid. £1,500 bid for the 1,500. £1,500 bid. £1,500 per plot and bid at 1,500. 1,500. 1,600. Thank you very much. So 1,600. 1,600 bid. In the room at 1,600. 1,700. 1,700 bid. On the net at 1,700 bid. At 1,700 bid for the 1,700. At 1,700 only bid for the 1,800. 1,800 bid. 1,800 bid. On the net at 1,800. At 1,800 bid for the 1,800. Would 50 help you? 1,800 bid. At 1,800 bid for the 1,800. 1,850. 1,850. Thank you. 1,850 bid. 1,850 bid for the 1,850. In the room at 1,850. At 1,850 a plot at 1,850. At 1,850. At 1,850 only bid for another 1,850. May I? No. Twiddling with paper. 1,900. 1,900 on the net. 1,900 rabbits here. 51 more time. 1,950. Thank you. 1,950. 1,950 bid. 1,950 bid. In the room at 1,950. At 1,950 bid for the 1,950. At 1,950 bid. At 1,950 bid. Shall have you got somebody? 2,000. 2,000 on the net. 2,000 bid. At 2,000 bid for the 2,000. At 2,000. At 2,000. At 2,000 bid on the net. One more I think will stop it. I'll treat you the same. 2,050. 2,050 bid. 2,050 bid. Happy? At 2,050. In the room at 2,050 bid. 2,050 bid for the 2,050. At 2,050 bid. 2,050 bid for the 2,050. 2,100. 2,100 bid. 2,100 bid. Patience is a virtue. 2,100 bid. 2,100 bid for the 2,100. At 2,100. At 2,100. At 2,100 bid. At 2,100 bid for the 2,100. 2,150. 2,150 bid. In the room at 2,150. 2,150 bid. 2,150 bid for the 2,150. At 2,150 bid. 2,150 bid for the 2,150. At 2,150. At 2,150 bid. I've got people stood all over the place. 22. 22. 22 bid. At 2,200 bid for the 2,200. At 2,200 bid for the 22. At 22. At 22. One more time. You're still thinking. 2,200. One more. 2,250. 2,250 bid. 2,250 bid. 2,250 bid. I tell you what, I think you've stopped him this time, but we'll see. 2,250. 2,250 bid. 2,250 bid. 2,250 bid. Prove me wrong. 23. 2,300. 2,300 bid. Oh, I do love it when that happens. 2,300 bid. At 2,300 bid for the 2,300. At 2,300 bid. At 2,300 only bid for the 2,300. You all sure? At 2,300. Can't buy them tomorrow. 2,300 bid. At 2,300 bid for them 50. Still negotiating. 2300 is bid on the net. I'm going to put you in at 50, I thought I was, 2350. 2350 bid. At 2350 bid for there and 2350. At 2350 per plot at 2350. In the room, make no mistake, at 2350. At 2350 bid. Well,
Four.
you've stuck with... I tried really hard for you. 24 on the net. 24 bid. At 24 bid. At 24 bid for then 24. At 24. At 24. It's not a bloody fashion show, you know. 2400 bid. At 2400 bid for then 24. Try again. If you go one more, she's going to say 25, so you're not going to buy it anyway with one more bid. 24.50 in the room. Oh, they're negotiated. 2400 on the net. 50 more, may I? You haven't spent your budget yet, I know. They're still negotiating. 2400. 2400 on the net. First time then, 2450. Ha! 2450 bid. At 2450 bid for 2450. In the room at 2450. There's only one way to go. 2450 is bid in the room. First time then. Second time at 2450. Third and final time. Third and final time, 25. 2500 bid. 2500 bid for that, 2500. 20, we should have started there to begin with, really, to be honest. 2500 bid. At 2500 bid for that, 2500. At 2500 bid. 50 may I? 2550? Shall I sell it or are you thinking? Tell me what to do. 2500. First time then. Second time. You're going to lose this one, but you're still going to be there. Thank you.
3025.
Right, we move on to lot number 30. The Royal Langford Apartments, 121 Grenville Road, London, NW6 5HT. That's the right picture. What's my picture? I can tell you, 2500. Yeah. Lot 30 is where we're on now, with a guide price of 385,000. The Royal Langford Apartment, bright one-bed apartment, as you can see on the fourth floor. Fourth floor. Holding over at £1,560 per month. In Maida Vale, looks a fantastic place to me. You can't buy these at this money, I know. 300. That's a shock, surely. Who's coming at 300? 340 bid on the net at 340. 50, 350. 350 bid in the room at 350. 350. 350 bid with Michael at 350,000. 350,000. At 350,000. And 5. 355. 355,000. 355,000 male. At 355. At 355,000 bid. At 360. 360. 360. 360. 5 you like now at 360,000. And 360,000 bid for it at 360. In the room at 360,000. 1. 361. 361,000. 362. 362,000. 362. At 362,000. Good afternoon, David. At 362,000. At 362,000 bid. At 362,000. And 3. And 363. And 363,000. 364. Michael's phone at 364. Try again. 5. 364 he says. 364,000. At 364,000 bid for the 364. First time then at 364. Second time at 364. You all sure? And all done. At 364. 5. 365. 365,000. 365,000 bid. With Michael, 365,000. At 365,000 bid for the 365,000. At 365,000 bid for the 365. At 365. At 365,000. At 365,000 bid for the 365. At 365,000. All sure and all done at 365. Ladies and gentlemen, not quite there, I'm sorry. Very, very near. Just not quite there for today at 365. Come and talk to us a little later. We move on then to lot 31, the potential development land at Larbourne Farm. What is today described as plot 2 near Heathrow, SL09DS. The triangular shaped plot as identified within the catalogue. There is, however, an addendum, ladies and gentlemen. It is 6.54 acres subject to measurement survey, not 9.21. So please do make a careful note of that. 6.54 acres, not 9.21. With a guide of 150, significant pre-auction interest. We'll have a run at it. 100,000 bid, 100,000 bid for another 100,000. For Heathrow Airport's next car park, 100 bid, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. It's going to be a long day. 6, 7, 8, 9. That's better, 9. 109,000. It's going to make a lot more. Keep going, I'll tell you when. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, fresh blood, 21, 21 on the net, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 bid, 130, 130 bid, with 130,000 bid for the 130, with 130,000 bid, with 130,000 bid for the 130,000 and 131, with 131,000 and 2, 132 and 3 and 4 and 134. Telephone bid coming in at 134,000 and 134,000 bid at 135 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 at 139,000 at 139,000 bid for another 139,000. One more to buy it near Heathrow at 139,000 and 40 and 140,000 in the room at 140,000 at 140,000 bid. My bid's in the room, make no mistake, at £140,000. How to make yourself a millionaire in one easy lesson at 140,000 bid. At 140,000 bid, be worth 10 times as much. At 140,000 bid. Well, it was worth waiting. First time then, at 140,000. Second time at 140. Third and final time on the front row at 140,000. Thank you, sir. 52. We move on to unit number 1, the ground floor unit at Trafalgar Street, Consett, County Durham, DH85AP, with a guide price of £50,000. Part of the original shopping arcade of 10 shops, part of which is now currently let at £25,000 per annum. This one is unit 1, the corner unit, with the Sun advertising board over the top there, just for the avoidance of doubt. Property having been previously subject to planning consent for the conversion into flats, as you can see from the indicative scheme drawing to the bottom left. Put me in for unit 1, 50,000 to get away, 50,000. It's cheap, future development potential even better than that, just needs the planning consent putting back. 50,000 bid, 50,000 bid for the 50,000, 50,000 bid, 50,000 bid, 50,000 bid for the 50,000, and 55, 55,000 bid, and 55,000 bid for the 55,000, and 55,000, and 60 with Shamila, at 60,000, at 60,000 bid, and 5, and 65,000, and 70,000, and 70,000 bid, and 70,000 bid for the 70,000, and 70,000 bid for the 70,000, and 5, and 75,000, and 80, and 80,000 bid, and 80,000 bid for the 80,000, and 80,000 bid, and 80,000 bid for the 80,000, and 80,000 bid, and 80,000 only bid for the 80,000. May I? At 80,000. First time then at 80. Second time at 80,000. Third and final time at £80,000. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, not today. Lot number 33, the second Manchester apartment is, as you can see, still awaited, which brings us on to lot 34, the plot C87 at Launceston, Cornwall, PL157TY. The amenity plot here for enjoyment and interest, with a guide of £3,000, once again close to the Jamaica Inn, 1.2 acres subject to measurement survey, site of outstanding natural beauty, as you can briefly see from the photograph, with a guide of 3,000 a plot, 3,000 to get on, 3,000, well Tom's asking 2 on the net, 2,000, 2,000 where? 1,500 bid, 1,500 bid for that, 1,500, 1,500 bid, at £1,500 bid for that, 1,500, 1,500, 1,500, 1,600, 1,700, 1,800, 1,900, 1,900 bid, 1,900 bid for that, 1,900, at 1,900 bid, 1,900 bid for that, 1,900, 2,000, 2,000 bid, 21, 2,100, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 2,600 bids, at 2,600 early bid for the 2,600, at 2,600 bid, at 2,600 early bid for the 2,600. You all sure? At 2,600, at 2,600 early bid for plot C87, 2,600 bid. First time then at 26, second time at 26, third and final time at 2,600. We'll leave that one for now, thank you. We move back across up to London from there to the land once more at 82 to 94 Green Lane, SE9 2AP. The potential development land to the rear of the flats, as is identified, bordered in red within the catalogue, ladies and gentlemen. Approximately 0.3 acres, land to the rear of 82 to 94 Green Lane. Conveniently located near to Mottingham Station. Put us in at 300, 280, 280 on the net, 250 then. 250 where? 250 bid, 250,000 bid for that on the net at 250. 250 bid, 250,000 bid for that at 250. And 255. 255 bid, and 255,000 bid for that at 255. 255. 255,000 bid, and 255,000 bid for that, 255,000, 255, 255, 255,000 bid for that, 255, 60, 260, 260, what you doing next? 260,000, and 265, and 70, 270, 270,000. And 275,000. At 275,000 bid for that, 275. At 275,000 bid. At 275,000 bid for that, 275. First time then at 275. Second time at 275. Third and final time at 275,000. All short, all done at 275. Ladies and gentlemen, so near yet so far. Please come and talk to us if you have any interest in that little lot. We move across to apartment 23, the Serie 2, Boardwalk, Brighton Marina Village. Fantastic apartment, this one, owned by the current vendors from New. Having paid well in excess of their developer's premium, you might say. Currently achieving £1,200 per month. 2 double bedrooms. EWS1 cladding approved. Fantastic little apartment. What do you want to be for it? 400 looks sensible. 400. 400 bid on the net, 400,000 bid. 400,000 bid for the 400. 400 bid, 400,000 bid. 10 with shall, 410,000. 410,000 bid. At 410,000 bid for the 410. Come again you like at 410,000. At 410,000 bid. 20. You're out. 25. 425,000. 425,000 bid. At 425,000 bid. 30. 430, 430 bid, 430 bid for the 430, and 435, 435 bid, 435,000, 435,000 bid, 435,000 bid, 435,000 bid for the 435,000 bid. It appears our inspection is over. At 435,000 bid, at 435,000 bid, and 435. And 435,000 bid for the 435,000. 40. 440. At 440,000 bid for the 440,000. At 440,000 bid for the 440. At 440. 440,000. Very dear. Super duper flat. At 440,000. Try again. At 440,000 bid. Ladies and gentlemen, not quite there, I'm sorry. I need to change pages, bear with me. Lot 37, aren't we? There. There we are. So lot 37 is 129 Narn Street, Burnley. Back into the residential investment lots. Where do you want to be for it? With a guide price of 35,000. Two reception rooms. 30,000 bid. They're already away. Got to stop describing. 30,000. 30,000 bid for the 30,000. 30,000. 35,000. 35,000 bid. 40. 5's my book. 40,000 on my book. 42 on my book then. 42,000. 4. 6.
8.
50. 50,000. 50,000 bid for the 50,000. 2. 52,000. 52,000 bid for the 52,000. 4. 54. 54,000. 54,000 bid for the 54,000. You all sure? At 54,000.
5.
6. No. 6. You're out. 56,000. 56,000 bid. At 56,000 only bid for the 56,000. At 56,000 bid. 7. 57. 57,000. Everybody out is going to sell it. 57,000. 57,000 bid. 57,000 only bid for the 57,000. 57,000. 57,000. Make no mistake of 57.
5 seconds delay.
5 seconds delay, he says. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a bit too quick, isn't it? 57,000. 57,000 bid. First time then, definitely 5 seconds now. Second time at 57,000, going to sell, make no mistake, at 57,000. S1 proxy, 57,000. We move then on to lot 38. Don't worry to those that are being patient, we're getting closer and closer and closer to the meat of the day. Lot 38 is plots A164 to 167 Longreach Ockham, GU23 6PG, with a guide price of £3,000 per plot, close to Ockham Village again, the amenity land, with hope value for a variety of amenity uses subject to obtaining the necessary consents, as we are obliged to say. 3,000 a plot to get on. 3,000. Front edge of the field this time. 3,000. 2. 1,500. You're thinking £1,500 bid. £1,500 a plot. I bid for another 1,500. 16. 1,600. I knew there was some hover in there. 1,600. 1,700.
18.
1,800. 1,800 bid. 1,800 bid for the then 1,800. 1,900 bid. A164 to A167, 1,900 a plot. 1,900 bid. At 1,900 bid for the 1,900. At 1,900 bid. At 1,900 bid for the 1,900. First time at 1,900. Second time you like at 1,900. Third and final time at £1,900. All sure, all done at 1,900. Not quite there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. We will move on to the more significant development land at Pear Tree Lane, Cradley Heath. Thank you very much, Manny, for the instructions to try again with this one for you. Once again, fantastic shots from our photography team, Jordan and everybody. Quite clear what you're buying there. The development site, right slap bang in the middle of the housing estate, with a guide price of 500,000. We already have an underbidder at significantly more, so I'm going to start at 500. 500,000 bid. 500,000 bid for that. 500.
5.
And 5. 505,000. Previous planning consent for 31 apartments. Only just lapsed. 505,000 bid, 10. 510,000,
15.
15. 520,
5.
525 on the net, 525,000. And 530 was quoted under bidder, so 530.
5.
535 on the net, at 535,000. At 535,000 bid. And 40. And 540,000. And 540,000 bid for that, 540. At 540. At 540,000 bid. At 540,000 bid for that, 540. First time then at 540. Second time at 540. I shan't dwell at 540,000. You all sure and all done at 540. Ladies and gentlemen, talk to us afterwards. We're very, very near to getting that one done. Which moves us on to Unit 7A. The former health and fitness gym back at the Earls Lane Shopping Centre in Carlisle. Somewhere where some of us are going more than others, it's fair to say. Subject to a brand new 99-year lease with a previous income of £20,000 per year. Great investment opportunity with a guide of 150. 10% it'll be worth 200, so put me in at the 150. 150 or 100,000, 100,000 away, 100 bid. 100,000 bid for it at 100. 100 bid. 100,000 bid for it at 100. 100 bid. 100 bid. 100 bid for it at 100. And 5. And 10. And 15. 115. 115,000 bid. 115,000 bid for it at 115,000 bid. Make no mistake at 115,020. 120. 120 bid. At 120,000 bid for it at 120. And 5. And 30. 130. 130,000 bid for it at 130,000. 130. And 130,000 bid for it at 130,000. 130 bid. At 130,000 bid for it at 130 and 5. 135. Look at the guide price at 135,000. At 135,000 for the vacant unit, 7 and 7A. At 135,000 bid. First time then at 135,000 for lot 40. Second time at 135,000. And third and final time at 135,000. Ladies and gentlemen, so near yet so far. You can see where we need to be. 135 achieved on that today. So we move back to Longreach. Let's have a battle. Back to 2 more plots along the wooded area. W13 to W14. Where's my bidder gone? 3,000. 3,000 to get on. 2,000, well 1,500 is bid to my right at 1,500. 1,500 bid, 2,000 bid, 2,000 bid for that, 2,000. 2,000 bid, at 2,000 bid for that, 2,000 bid for that, 2,000. 2,000 on the net at 2,000 bid. At £2,000 bid for that, £2,000 bid at 2, at £2,000. At £2,000 bid at 2, at 2,000. At 2,000 bid. At 2,000 bid for that, 2,000 bid for that, 2,000. At £2,000 a plot at 2,000 bid. At £2,000 bid for that, £2,000 at 2. At £2,000 only bid. You all sure? And all done. At £2,000. Sold on the net, that one, £2,000. So we move to lot 42. One of the last opportunities to buy land with significant home value today. 16 plots at Beach Farm. Wallingham in Surrey, CR69QG, with a guide of £2,000 to £3,000 per plot, printed in the catalogue. Lot 42, let me get it right. Yes, that's where we are. What would you like to be for it? Church Farm, Wallingham. Main road access. Indicative plan in place. 2,000 a plot. 1,500. 1,500. That's 15,000. That's better. 1,500. 1,500 bid. At £1,500 bid for that. 1,500. 1,600. 1,600 bid. 1,700. 1,700 bid. 1,700 bid for that. 1,700. 1,700. 1,800. 1,800 bid. 1,800. 1,900. 1,900 bid. 1,900 bid for that. 1,900. 1,900 bid. 1,900 bid for that. 1,900. 2,000. 2,000 bid. At £2,000 bid for that, £2,000 bid for that, 2,000. 2,000. £2,000 plus a bid for that, £2,000. At £2,000 bid. At £2,000 bid for that, £2,000 bid for that, 2,000. 21. 2,100. 2,100 bid. At 2,100 only bid for that, 2,100. At 2,100 bid. At 2,100 bid for that, 2,100 bid for that, 2,100. In the room at 2,100. At 2,100 bid. You all sure? We all done? At £2,100 per plot. Thank you, sir. 2,100. We move on then to lot 43, flat 4, Strathray House, Marylebone High Street, London W1U, 4 PM. With a guide price of £300,000, possibly the cheapest flat in London. I would say, with the reversion having been now agreed formally with the head leaseholder / freeholder at £650,000 for reversion to a 125-year lease. So there we are, all the hard work and uncertainty is taken away from you. You don't have to worry about the section 42 notice because we've already done the deal for you. So reversion in place at 650, formally it's guaranteed as part of the contract. The guide of 300, genuinely is I think the second cheapest flat in London at the moment. 300 to get on, 250. Don't wait, there's no reason to wait. 250 bid, 250,000 bid for that, 250, 260, 260 bid, 260,000 bid for that, 260, 260, 260 bid, at 260,000 bid for that, 260, 5, 265,
70.
270 on the net, 275,
80.
280 on the net, 285,
90.
290 on the net, 290 on the net, looks cheap to me at 290,000. 1, 291,
2.
2 on the net, 3,
4.
294 on the net, 5, 295, 295 in the room at 295,000. At 295,000 bid, 295,000 bid for flat 4 Strathray House at 295,000. At 295,000. At 295,000 bid, cheapest way you'll ever get to buy a flat that's worth 1.2 million all day long. 295,000 bid. At 295,000 bid for it, 295,000.
296.
296. 296 on the net. 296 on the net. One more to buy it, then you're like at 296. 296,000 on the net, then 296,000. At 296,000 only bid for that, 296. At 296, everybody's gone dead quiet. At 296,000, first time then on the net, at 296. Second time, subject to deposit, at 296,000. Third and final time my bidder is on the net at 296,000, subject of course to the payment of their deposit. Thank you.
3013.
3013. We move back then to Longreach. The plots A227 to A228 at Longreach, central to the field, flat and clear plots these, approximately 212 square metres per plot. Little bit of waiting time on the net. 2,500 is exactly what I was going to say. 2,500. 2,000 where? 2,000, anybody coming? What are we doing? 2,000. 1,800 you like? 1,800 yes or no? 1,500 a starter, 1,500 bid. £1,500 bid for that, £1,500 plus some bid for that, £1,500. 1,500. 1,500 bid. At 1,500 bid for plot A227 and A228 at 1,500. 1,500 bid. At £1,500 bid for that, £1,500 bid for that, look cheap to me at £1,500. At £1,500 bid. At £1,500 bid for that, £1,500 at 1,500. At 1,500. At £1,500 bid. At £1,500 bid for that, 1,500. 1,600 with shout, 1,600. 1,600 bid. £1,600 bid for that, 1,600. 1,600. £1,600 bid. At £1,600 bid for that, 1,600. At 1,600. Be patient. 1,600. 1,700. 1,700. 1,700 bid. At £1,700 bid for that, 1,700. 1,700. 1,700 bid. 1,700 bid for that, 1,700. At 1,700. 1,800. 1,800 bid. At £1,800 bid for that, £1,800 per plot at 1,800. At £1,800 bid. At £1,800 bid for that, £1,800 bid for that, 1,800. At 1,800. At £1,800 bid for that, £1,800. First time then at 1,800. Second time at 1,800. Third and final time at 1,800 for lot 45. Ladies and gentlemen, not quite, I'm sorry. Lot 46 and 46A have been withdrawn, so we'll move on. Lot 47 is the access roads to the rear of 5 to 11 Cedar Road, Rendlesham, Woodbridge, Suffolk, IP 122UN, with a guide price of £6,000. Where do you want to be for it with a guide of 6,000? 6, 5, 4, 4,000, 3, 3,000 bid, £3,000 bid for the £3,000, 3,000 bid, £3,000 bid for the £3,000 at 3, at £3,000 bid, at £3,000 bid for the £3,000 at 3, £3,000, at £3,000 bid. I'm just going to take a sip of water, I think. I was going to take a sip of water, it's there. Yes. £3,000 bid. At £3,000 bid for the £3,000, excuse me. At £3,000 I am bid, that's better. At £3,000 bid for the £3,000 at 3, at £3,000. £31, £32, £33, £34, £35, £3,500 bid. £3,500 only bid for that, £3,500 bid at 35. At £3,500 I am bid for that, £3,500 bid at 35. First time then at 35. Second time at 3,500. Third and final time at £3,500. All sure, all done at 3,500. Not today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. We move back to Scotland, to Alexandria, to Loch Lomond. The car park to the north side of Heather Avenue, Loch Lomond G830TJ, with an original guide price of £100,000. Currently let to Dunfermline Borough Council, subject to the Scottish Articles of Route, with a revised reserve. Where do you want to be? 100, 90, 80,000. 80,000 to get on. Where are you on the net? 50. Chance to sell it, 50,000 bid. £50,000 bid for the net, 50,000 bid for the net, 50,000. 50,000 bid. 50,000 bid for the net, 50,000 bid for the net, 50,000. 55. 50, 60,000. 60,000 bid. 65. 65,000 bid for the net, 65,000 bid for the net, 65. 65,000. 65,000 bid. At 65,000 only bid for the net, 65,000. At 65,000 bid. Look at the guide price at £65,000. Investment car park, 65,000 bid. At 65,000 only bid for the net, 65,000 bid at 65. At 65,000 bid. First time at 65. Second time at 65. And third and final time at £65,000. Not today for Scotland, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. So I think the last chance today to obtain the wooded area plots at Longreach, W29 and W30, lot 49, Longreach Ockham GU23 6PG. Where were we before? 2,500. 2,500 or two. £2,000, W29 and W30. Central wooded plots, these, great sporting and amenity value. 2.5. 1,500 bid. £1,500 bid for the 1,500. 1,600. £1,600. 1,700. 1,800. £1,800 bid. At £1,800 bid for the £1,800 at 1,800. At £1,800 bid. At £1,800 bid. Clay pigeon shooting, sporting and amenity pursuits, whatever you like, £1,800. £1,800 bid for the £1,800 at 1,800. First time then at 1,800 on the net. Second time at 1,800. The third and final time at £1,800. You all sure and all done at 1,800. I'm surprised, plenty of interest in those yesterday. So lot 50 has been withdrawn. Brings us on to lot 51, the little site to the side of the apartment blocks there. The land with potential at Green Lawns, St Mark's Road, Tipton, DY40SU, with an original guide price of £15,000. Land with potential for development of an extension to the existing buildings at a later date. 15,000, 10. 10 is already bid. 10,000 bid. 10,000 bid for the 10,000 bid for the 10,000. 10,000. Want to move it now at £10,000 bid for the 10,000. 11. 11,000. 11,000 bid. 11,000 bid for the £11,000 bid for the 11,000. 12. 12,000. 13, my lucky number, 13,000. 13,000 bid for the 13,000. 13,000 bid. 13,000 bid for the 13,000 bid for the 13,000. 13,000 only bid for the 13,000. First time then at 13,000. Second time at 13,000. Third and final time at £13,000. All sure, all done. We'll withdraw that one, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Now then, gentlemen on the front row, concentrate. This is the neighbouring plot. C88 Boventor, Launceston, Cornwall. They're not listening, they're too busy talking. Neighbouring plot to that bought earlier this morning. C88 Boventor, Launceston, Cornwall, PL157TY. With a guide price of £3,000. Site of outstanding natural beauty. Heatherland and moorland, as you can see. Close to the Jamaica Inn, famous site. What do you want to be for it with a guide of 3,000? 3,000 to get on. 2,500 is bid on the net. 2,500 bid on the net at 2,500. At 2,500 bid. At 2,500 bid on the net at 2,500. At 2,500 bid. At 2,500 bid for 2,500 for C88 Boventor. At 2,500 bid. At 2,500 bid for the 2,500 bid at 25. At 2,500 bid for them. My bid's on the net at 2,500. At 2,500 bid for the 2,500 bid at 25. One bid on the net at 2,500 is going to buy it. At 2,500 bid. First time then at 2,500. Second time at 2,500. And the third and final time at £2,500. All short, all done. 2,500. Thank you. We move then on, I think, to lot 54. Lot 53 having been withdrawn, but we do have a fantastic flat 25 in the same block coming to the 10th of May auction. So those that came to look at flat 10, please do have a chat to us. So lot 54 is the 22 plots at Beach Farm Road, Wallingham. Lot of pre-auction interest in these once more. What do you want to be for them? 2,000 a plot? 2,000 a plot to get on? Says yes, 2,000 bid. 2,000 bid for it, 2,000 bid for it, 2,000. 2,000 bid, 21. 22. 2,200 bid. 2,200 only bid for it, 2,200 bid. For the block of plots at 2,200. At 2,200 bid for it, 22. At 2,200 bid. At 2,200 only bid for it, 2,200 bid at 22. At 2,200 bid, 23. 2,300. 2,300 bid. At 2,300 only bid for it, 2,300 bid at 23. At 2,300 bid. 24. 2,400. 2,400 bid. At 2,400 bid for it, 2,400 for the 22 plots this time. At 2,400. Possible residential site of the future at £2,400 a plot at 2,400. At 2,400 bid. At 2,400 only bid for it, 2,400. First time then at 24. Second time to finish book 2 at 24. And the third and final time at 2,400. All short, all done. Not quite. I'm going to swap over again, ladies and gentlemen. 3. Block. Pardon? 56. Where are we now? 55. All over the place. Wait a minute. Not very well organised. $55. Ah, there we are. Now I'm better organised. In a minute. Better. Right, lot 55, the flat 4. Melcombe Regis Court, 59 Weymouth Street, London. W1G8NS. Look at the quality here. With a guide price of £200,000. Currently achieving £1,250 a month rent. Council tax band D. EPC is between C and D. Section 42 notice is already issued. I have begun negotiations and the surveyors are waiting for me to contact them back with the next step of the deal. So section 42 notice is out. Next step of the deal is on a plate, as it were, flat 4, Malcolm Regis Court, Weymouth Street, London. Some would say the best lot of the auction. Outstanding little apartment. Put it in, what do you want to be for it? 200 at the guide, looks cheap to me.
190 is bid.
190 bid, that's quick. 190,000 bid. 190,000 bid for that, 190 on the net, 190,000. 190 for lot 55 at 190,000 pounds on bid. At 190, at 190,000 bid. At 190,000 bid for that on the net, at 190,000. At 190,000 bid. 1 mayor. At 190,000. And 1. 191. And 2. 192,000. 192,000 bid. At 192,000 bid for that, 192,000. 3. 193. 4. 194,000. On the next, 194,000 bid. At 194,000 early bid for that, 194. 5 mayor. At 194,000. At 194,000. And 5. At 195,000. And 6. At 196. At 196,000. At 196,000. Would 500 help anybody at 196,000? At 196,000. A lot of conversations going on at 196,000. 96 and a half. 196 and a half. 197. At 197. At 197 with dulcet tones at 197,000. At 197,000 bid. At 197,000 on the net. At 197,000. 8. 198. At 198,000. At 198,000 bid. At 198,000 bid for then 198,000. 198. At 198,000 only bid. Section 42 notice negotiations having begun at 198,000. At 198. At 198,000 bid. Well, the first time then at 198,000. For the second time then at 198,000. And for the third and final time at 198,000. For one bid away at 198,000. You all sure? And all done? At 198. Talk to us later. I don't think it'll take any longer than tomorrow to get that one done, if I'm perfectly honest. Let me find my page again. Lot number 56. The overage rights at Ankerdine Crescent. Here we are, the overage rights, Ankerdine Crescent, London SE 183LQ. You are not buying the land, ladies and gentlemen, you are buying the planning overage rights for the future, subject to a 25% uplift if and when you obtain, or anybody else for that matter, obtain successful planning. Cheap little investment lot, directly to the rear of the houses, as you can see from the aerial photograph. The area identified within the plan in the catalogue, hatched out with the red border. What do I want to be for it? 5,000? 3,000 bid. £3,000 bid for that, £3,000 bid for that, 3,000, 3,000, 3,000 bid. At £3,000 bid for that, 3,000 for the overage rights at Ankerdine Crescent at £3,000. At £3,000 bid for the net, £3,000 bid for the net, 3,000. 3,000. 3,000. I shan't move you at £3,000. At £3,000 bid for the net, £3,000 bid for the net, 3,000. At 3. At £3,000 bid. At £3,000 bid for the net, £3,000 bid for the net. On the net at 3,000. The overage right Stanker Dying present at £3,000. It's getting in my way. Can you take that away a minute? At £3,000 bid. At £3,000 bid for the net, £3,000 bid for the net, 3,000. First time then at 3,000. Second time going to sell on the net at £3,000. Third and final time at £3,000. All sure, all done. Thank you, 3,000. We move to lot 57, which is the Unit 3, the former bakery, back at the Trafalgar Street Promenade of Shops, Consett, County Durham, DH85AP. Once again with a guide price of £50,000. Lovely little shop, this one. You can just see it in the centre of the picture, slightly obscured by the previous sailboard. What would you like to be for it? £50,000 for the unit is cheap. The next door unit made 100, 50,000 bid. £50,000 bid for that, £50,000 bid for that, 50,000, 55, 55,000, 60,000, 60,000 bid, 60,000 bid, and 5,
70,
and 70, and 5,
80,
and 80, 80,000 on the net. At 80,000 bid for that, 80,000 bid at 80,000. At 80,000 bid for that, 80,000 only bid for that, 80,000. At 80,000 bid. At 80,000 pounds bid for that, 80,000 on the net. 85.
90.
90,000. 90,000 bid. At 90,000 bid for that, 90,000. 90,000. 90,000 bid for that, 90,000. Going to sell on the net at 90,000 pounds. At £90,000 bid for that, 90,000. First time then at 90. Second time at 90. Hammers up, make no mistake. At £90,000 for lot 57. Thank you. We move then to lot 58. The plots D19, D20, D62 and D63 at Ledgers Road. You can see identified the accesses by the aerial photography there, and the land in question, close to Wallingham, not very far from Sainsbury's, only a short walk from Sainsbury's, right close to the local amenities. Just about 45 minutes from central London by car. Where do you want to be for it? Amenity value land. Weekend retreat, do as you wish. 5. 5,000, 5,000 a plot, get on. Where are you? 5,000. Yes or no?
No.
Nobody? Nobody on the net? Nobody in the room? Withdrawn then. Let's move on. To lot 59. Back, I think, for the final time today to units 12 and 13. The shop units at Earls Lane Shopping Centre, as pictured to the right-hand side of the, to the left-hand side of the main picture this time around. Units 12 and 13 currently achieving £30,000 per year. Income let to age concern. Second-hand shop they have there right outside the bus station. 150,000 looks very cheap for £30,000 a year income. 150.
140.
140 bid. 140,000 bid for that. 140. 140. On the net at 140,000 bid. At 140 for lot 59. At 140,000 bid. At 140,000 bid for that. 140. On the net at 140,000. £30,000 a year income, ladies and gentlemen, at 140,000 bid. 5. 145. At 145,000. At 145,000 bid. At 145,000 bid for 145,000. Come again. At 145,000 bid. At 145. At 145,000 bid for 145,000. At 145,000. At 145,000. Second chance then. At 145,000. £30,000 a year guaranteed income at 145,000. Better than putting it in the bank at 145,000. 50 you like at 145,000. First time then at 145 for lot 59. The second time at 145. And the third and final time at 145,000. Not today. Lot number 60 is awaited, which brings us to 61. The access ways to the rear of 30 to 37 Godalming Avenue, Wallington, Surrey, SM6 8NW, as pictured, and away across the back to the, if you turn right across the back of the houses there, the land area is also included, with a guide price of just £500. Strategic little land asset waiting for somebody to develop the rear. What do you want to be for it? 500. 500. 4 is being asked on the net. Well, in your hands, £100. £100 plus the buyer's premium. Who's up? £100. How many bidders and watchers have you got? 7 bidders, 10 watchers. £100. Nobody there? Nobody there, ladies and gentlemen. We'll withdraw that one. And we'll move on to lot number 62. Okay, here we go. Investment residential property in Doncaster. 16 Queen's Crescent, Edlington, Doncaster, DN12 1BE. Bear with me for 1 second. Apologies, I just needed my other list. So there we are with lot 62. Yeah, thank you. The guide price of 65,000. The 2-bed mid-terrace house, currently let at £500 a month. 16 Queen's Crescent. A proxy at 60,000. So off we go. 60,000 is bid. 60,000 bid for that. 60,000 bid for that. 60,000. For lot 62, 60,000 bid, 61. 62 with my proxy.
3,
4,
5,
6,
7,
8. 68,000, the bid's with me at 68,000 bid. At 68,000, the only bid for that, 68,000. 9. 69,000. 70 subject to vendor's instructions, 70,000. 70,000 bid, 70,000 bid for that, 70,000 bid for that, 70,000, 70,000, 70,000 bid for 16 Queen's Crescent at 70,000. At 70,000 bid, at 70,000 bid for that, 70,000 and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 75,000. 75,000 bids, going to sell, make no mistake, the bid's with me at £75,000. 75,000 bid for that, 75,000. For the first time, the hammer's up then at 75,000 with my proxy. The second time at 75, and the third and final time at 75,000. Saudi Investment Fund, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, there for instructions on that one. We move on to lot 63. The substation D, Chestnut Close, Rendlesham, Woodbridge in Suffolk, IP 12, with a guide price of £6,000. You can see it pictured there to the left-hand side of the picture. Once again, in the distant future, residential conversion potential here. Guide of 6. Put me in at 6. 4 is bid. 4,000 bid. 5's with me. 5,000. 5,000 bid. 5,000 bid for that. 5,000 bid for that. 5,000. 5,000. 5,000 bid. 55. 5,500. 5,500 bid. At £5,500 bid for that. 5,500 at 55. At 5,500 bid. 6,000. 6,000 bid for lot 63 at £6,000. At £6,000 bid for that. £6,000 bid for that. 6,000. 6,000. 6,000 bid. At £6,000 bid for that. £6,000 bid for that. 6,000. At 6,000 only bid for substation D at 6,000. First time then at 6,000. Second time at 6,000. And the third and final time at £6,000 for lot 63. Not tonight, Josephine, as they say. So we move to lot 64, plot B18 Furzon Lane. Amber did quite a lot of work on this yesterday. Wallace Wood, Dorking in Surrey, RH5 5QE, with an original guide price of £5,000. Indicative access ways already adopted and in place. Where do you want to be for it? 5,000 or 4,000 to get on? 3,000. Tom's asking on the net, 3,000. 2.
5 is bid.
2,500 bid. 2,500 bid for that. 2,500 at 25. 2,500 bid in 26. 2,600. And £2,600 bid for that. 2,700 bid at 27. 28. 2,800 bid. With Dominic at 2,800 bid at 28. 2,800 bid at 2,800 bid at 2,800. At 2,800 only bid for that. 2,800 bid at 28. 2,800 bid, 29. 29. 2,900 bid at 2,900 bid at 2,900 bid at 29. At 2,900 only bid for that. 2,900 bid at 2,900. First time then at 29 for plot B18. Second time at 2,900. Third and final time at £2,900 I am bid. Ladies and gentlemen, not quite, I'm sorry. We'll get there eventually, I think. With lot 64. Lot 65 has been withdrawn, as has lot 66. Which brings us on to lot 67. Lot 67 is the apartment 18 at the Mansion House, Red Wing Crescent, Longwood, Huddersfield. Virtual freehold achieving £450 per calendar month. Fantastic looking building, as you can see from the small picture in the catalogue. I don't know why we've got them that way around, but still, mine is only to wonder. With an original guide price of £30,000, having been revised by the vendor yesterday. So you've got to put me in at 40. 40,000.
28 is bid.
28 is bid. Well, there we are. 28, 29. 29,000.
30.
31.
2.
3.
4.
5.
6.
7.
8.
38,000 bid on the net. 38,000 bid for the 38,000. 38,000 bid. At 38,000 bid 9.
40.
And 1.
2.
3.
4.
45. 45,000.
6.
And 7.
8.
9.
50.
50,000 bid. And 50,000 bid for the 50,000 for apartment 18 at 50,000 bid. And 1. and 51,000, and 51,000 bid, and 51,000 only bid for that, 51,000 bid at 51, subject to a revised reserve price at 51,000. 51,000 bid. 51,000 only bid for that at 51,000. First time then for lot 67, apartment 18, at 51,000. Second time at 51. And the third and final time at £51,000. All sure, all done at 51,000. Ladies and gentlemen, not quite, so near yet so far, 51,000. We move then to lot 68. Different kettle of fish. This one, 135 Blacker Road, Huddersfield, HD2 2AA. The long leasehold property achieving £550 per calendar month. 2 double bedrooms. Original printed guide price at 70,000. Have a look at it, see what you think. 70,000 bid. Let's get away. 70,000. Can you tell me that other red button? 70,000 bid. 70,000 bid for that. 70,000. Somebody bid. No. 5. 75,000. 80. And 5. And 5.
100.
And 5.
10.
And 15.
20.
On instructions. And 5.
30.
And 5. Thank you. 135 with me. 6. 136. What happens now? 7. 137,000. So I'm wiping bidders out. 137,000. 8. 138,000. 9. 139,000 and 40. And 140,000. And 140,000 bid and 140,000 bid at 140. Going to sell it, make no mistake. At 140,000. Hammers up. Sell away. At 140. You're all sure and all done. S1, 140,000. Lot 69. No, lot 69. Lot 69, 30 Ash Street. Yes, yeah, right. So 30 Ash Street with a guide price of £60,000 plus the buyer's premium. Virtual freehold, great first time buyer investment this one. 3 good sized bedrooms. Achieving 450 again. 60 bid. 70 bid. 70,000 bid. 70,000 bid for the 70,000. No mistake, it's not me. 70,000 bid. 70,000 bid for 30 Ash Street at 70,000. £70,000 bid for the 70,000. At 70 bid. And 1. And 3. And 5. And 8. 78,000.
9.
80.
1.
2. 4. 6. 86,000. The bid's with me at £86,000. At £86,000, 8. 88. 88. 88,000 bid. At 88,000 only bid for that at 88,000. At 88,000.
9.
89. Caught back up again at 89,000. Is it?
New bidder.
89,000 bid. Fresh blood at 89,000.
Headshot proxy.
Wiping me out. 90,000. 90,000. 90,000 bid. 90,000 bid for the 90,000. 30 Ash Street, 90,000. You all sure? Subject to vendor's approval, Michael, at £90,000. First time then. What are you doing? You didn't have one bid, surely. Second time at 90,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Saudi Investment Fund. Thank you, gentlemen. Lot number 70. 6 Wooler Road, Lowmore, Bradford, Yorkshire. BD120RR. The one-bed front-facing property, apparently. I thought most properties were front-facing in one direction or the other. 60 is bid for it. Particulars as in your catalogue. Photographs aren't very clever, but the particulars are there. We've got a better picture of what we're buying on the screen. 65, 75, there we are, let's try that. 75,000 bid. 75,000 bid for that, 75,000 bid at 75. You're all out. 75,000 bid, 80,000. 80,000 bid. 80,000 bid for that, 80,000 bid for that, 80,000. 81. 82. 83. 84. 85. 85,000. On my written instructions at £85,000. You all sure? And all done? I shan't dwell. Anybody hovering over the space bar on the internet?
Proxy.
At 85,000 bid. Same buyer. Lot 71. Apartment 24, the mansion house this time. Redwig Crescent again. Longwood, Huddersfield, Yorkshire. DH34RL. Better picture on the screen for you. One bed, long leasehold flat, virtual freehold. Big bedroom, 35,000 bid on the net. 35, try again. 6 if you like. 36.
7.
37, 37,000 on the net. 37,000 bid. For the avoidance of doubt, I have no instructions on this one. 37,000 bid. 38. 38,000 bid.
9.
And 40.
1.
And 2.
3.
And 4.
5.
And 6.
46 with the proxy.
No, I haven't got a proxy. 46, you're all out. 46,000 bid. And 46,000 only bid for the 46,000 for apartment 24 at 46,000 bid. At 46,000 only bid for the 46. At £46,000. First time then at 46. Second time at 46. Third and final time at 46 for lot 71. Not sold, ladies and gentlemen. Lot 72. Flat 68. Cross Lane, Huddersfield, Yorkshire, HD4 6DL. Long leasehold, virtual freehold. Great investment opportunity, achieving approximately £450 a month again. The block, as you can, within the block, as you can see. The guide of 40. Put me in at the guide to get on.
You got a 40.
40,000 bid on the net. 40,000 bid, 1. 41,000.
2.
42. 43.
4.
44. 45. 46.
1.
46,000 bid. And 46,000 bid for the 46,000 bid. At 46,000 bid, you're all out. At 46,000 bid at 46. At 46,000 only bid for flat 68 Cross Lane. At 46,000 bid. At 46,000 only bid for the 46,000 bid at 46 and 46. Not today, ladies and gentlemen, at 46,000. We're way short of vendors' expectations with that one, I'm afraid. We move then on to lot 73. Flat 48, Hanson Lane, Huddersfield, West Yorkshire again. HD13UW.
40,000.
Are we concentrating? Lot 73.
Yeah.
Concentrate on your job. Is that right? It's a bad picture. Never, not to worry. We are where we're at. With a guide price of £40,000, the one bed flat. Modern white bathroom suite apparently. 40,000 get on. 40,000 bid. 40,000 bid for the 40,000, 45. 45,000 bid. And 45,000 only bid for the 45,000 bid at 45, 46, 47, 50. And 5 then.
60.
And 60. And 5.
70.
And 5. 75,000. 75,000 bid. 75,000 bid for the 75,000 bid, subject to a revised reserve price at 75,000. At 75,000 bid for lot 73 at 75,000. At 75,000 bid, flat 48 Hanson Lane at 75,000. At 75,000 bid, you're all out. First time then at 75,000. Second time at 75. Third and final time at 75,000. More work to do there, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. Now, lot 74, I think was originally the wrong house. It's now the right house. 30 Wood End, as illustrated on the screen within the auction room, and correctly illustrated on the screen on the net. So it's not 30 Armitage Road, it's 30 Wood End Road, Armitage Bridge. With a guide price of 45,000. Spacious reception rooms. Over ground and first floor. Lot 74. What do you want to do for it?
You got 45.
What are we waiting for? 45.
No, that's correct.
45,000 bid, and 45,000 bid, £450 a month and 45,000 bid. 50. 50,000. 50,000 bid for the 50,000 bid for the 50,000 and 5. 55. 55,000 bid and 60. And 60,000. And 60,000 bid for the 60,000 bid for the 60,000. Nice thing. At 60,000 bid. At 60,000 bid for the 60,000 bid for the 60,000. And 1 you like? And 61. And 2. And 62,000. And 62,000 bid for the 62,000 bid at 62. My bid's in the room at 62,000. At 62,000 bid. First time then at 62,000 for lot 74. Second time at 62,000. Third and final time at 62,000 for 30 Wood End Road at 62,000. I'm sorry, not today, ladies and gentlemen. We move then to lot 75, 126 Cross Lane, Huddersfield, West Yorkshire, HD46DW. Mr. March is going to love you tomorrow, Tom.
60.
60,000 bid and 5 for the 2 bed
70.
and 70 and 5
80.
and 80 and 5
90.
and 90,000 bid and 90,000 bid for the on the net at 90,000 at 90,000 bid at 90,000 bid for the 90,000 bid at 90 at 90,000 at 90,000 bid at 90,000 bid 1 91 91,000 91,000 bid at 91,000 bid for the 91,000 bid for the 91 at 91,000 at 91,000 only bid at At 91,000 bid for it, 91,000. At 91,000 bid. At 91,000 bid for it, 91. At 91,000 bid. You all sure and all done at 91,000? I'm going to withdraw that one, 91. We're wrong there somewhere at 91,000. So we move on to lot 76. Much clearer cut this one. Flat 28, Swan Court, Lockwood, Huddersfield, West Yorkshire. HD1 3UX. The 1975 built 560 square foot, one double bed apartment as part of the block with a guide price of 40,000, 40,000 for a low start, 40 bid, 45,
50,
50,000, 55,
60,
60,000, 60,000 bid, on the net at 60,000 bid at 60,000, 60,000, 60,000 bid, 61, 61,000 bid, 61,000 bid and 61, and 61,000 bid for there, 61,000 bid for flat 28 Swan Court at 61,000, at 61,000 bid for there at 61, at 61,000 bid at 61,000 at 61, first time then at 61, second time at 61, and the third and final time at 61,000, all short, all done, at 61,000. Still available, ladies and gentlemen. Come and see us later. We move then, I think, to lot 77, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lot 77 is 36 Poplar Street. 36 Poplar Street, achieving £500 a month. Investment property guided at £60,000. As you can see in Birkby, Huddersfield.
bid at 60,
Put me in at 60, 60's in. 65,
70,
70,000. And 5,
80,
and 5,
90,
and 5. 95,000 bid. On the proxy at 95,000 bid for them for 36 Poplar Street at £95,000. At 95,000 bid for them, 95,000 bid at 95, and 6, and 7, and 97,000 for 36 Poplar Street at £97,000. Subject to vendor's approval at 97,000. First time then at 97. Second time at 97,000. Make no mistake, going to sell it at £97,000. Saudi Investment Fund 97,000. So we move on to lot 78, the final lot of the day. Thank you very much for your patience over the last 2.5 hours, ladies and gentlemen. The land adjacent to 51 Angus Close, Chessington, KT9 2BW. The land as pictured there, literally that bit. Ideal playing field or amenity land for the estate. Offered by a private vendor this time, with a guide price of £10,000. Current bid on the net is 8,000 bid. £8,000 bid for it on the net is £8,000. 8,000 bid. At £8,000 bid for it at 8,000. 9,000 Dominic. 9,000. 9,000 bid. At £9,000 bid for it at £9,000. At 9. At £9,000 bid at £9,000 at 9. At £9,000. At £9,000 only bid for it at £9,000 at 9. You're all out and all done. All done. Have you done? You've gone hilarious, I think. At £9,000. At £9,000 I bid for it at 9,000. First time then at 9,000. Second time at 9,000. Third and final time at 9,000. With thanks for your bidding and attendance, we're all finished at £9,000. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, not quite. I do apologise. Come and talk to us afterwards. Thank you very much. That's it.